In this session, we will explore how to implement a secure user-friendly password recovery system. We will cover the backend logic, email integration, and front-end interface for this essential functionality. Now open both projects, Spring Boot and React. In sign-in module, there is an option for forget password. If user click on forget password, the system will send their password to the registered email ID. For implementing this, go to Spring Boot project and create one new Java class in the package model. So right click on the package model, create a new Java class. Name this Java class as email manager. For sending an email, while creating a Spring Boot project, we must add the dependency for Java mail sender. Go to form.xml, make sure you added the dependency for Java mail sender. If it is not, you can add this dependency in your form.xml. Then go to the class email manager and make this class as service class by adding the annotation @service. Then create object for Java mail sender using the annotation @autowire. Then create a method for sending an email from Spring Boot application. Take required number of parameters, to email address, subject, and then message. Handle the exception by using try catch. Inside a try block, create object for simple mail message. Then using the object of simple mail message, set from address to address, subject of the email, and message what we need to send through the email. I want to send all the mails from this particular email. Then set to email address based on the parameter. Then set subject of the email by using the second parameter subject. Then set message on the email by using the method set text and pass third parameter. Then by using the object of Java mail sender, we can call the method send and pass the object of simple mail message. Then return the acknowledgement with the code 200 password sent to the registered email. If any error occurred during this process, that is handled by the catch block. So we can return the error message with the error code 401 followed by the error message. Then go to user manager, implement a method for password recovery. And take primary key as a parameter. Based on the primary key, find out a record from the database. So create an object for the entity class users by using object of user repository and call the method find by ID and pass primary key as an input. Then create string object for sending email message. String message equal to string dot format. Prepare email message by including their name and their password. I used two special characters for string. For first special character, I'm going to assign a name of the user. So it will be available in the object u dot get full name, comma. For second special character, I'm going to assign the password, get password. Then we can send this message to their registered email. For sending an email, create object for email manager by using the annotation @autowire and create object for email manager. Then return an acknowledgement by using the object of email manager and call the method send email. This method needs three parameters. First one is to email address, second one subject of the email, and the third one message which need to be sent through the email. We can get two email address from the object u. So by using the object u dot get email, and the second we need to pass a subject to the email. So let me give a string here, job portal colon password recovery, and the third one is the message. So then save, go to user controller.java file, then implement a new endpoint for forget password @get mapping and set the service name forget password with a parameter. Then implement a method public with return type string, method name forget password with one parameter @path variable, variable name email which is mentioned in the URL, then data type of the variable, and then parameter variable name. Now return by using the object of user manager dot call the method recover password with the parameter email ID. Then save changes. Then go to SRC main resources, open the file application.properties. Here we need to write a configuration for sending an email. For sending an email, we need an app password from Gmail account. Then open browser, go to Google accounts, and sign in with your email. Then go to security tab and make sure two-step verification is turned on. Then search using the keyword app passwords. Click on app passwords. It will navigate to the page where we can create an app password. You can provide your Gmail password for authentication. Then create app password by providing the app name. So let me provide the app name as job portal. Then click on the create button. It displays your app password. So copy this, then click on done. Then return to Spring Boot project, add configuration for sending email. The first property is host name. Spring.mail.host equal to smtp.gmail.com. We can get host name by using Google. Then port number. 587 is the port number for Gmail. Then username. Spring.mail.username equal to the mail ID in which we created the app password, and then password. We need to provide the generated app password. Then enable SMTP authentication. Then enable start TLS. Then save the file application.properties and start deployment. Right click on the project name, run as Spring Boot app. So once it is deployed, note down the port number where the Spring Boot application is running. Then open Postman tool, set request type get and provide the URL for password recovery. HTTP colon double slash localhost with port number 8080. Then the API name users. Inside users, there is a endpoint forget password. Then followed by we need to provide the email ID for password recovery. So go to MySQL database, execute select query for the table users, and copy any one of the email and provide that email here for password recovery. Then submit your request. We'll get a response from the API with the code 200 password sent to the registered email. Then go to this Gmail account and cross check whether mail is received or not. I have received a mail from Spring Boot application. I can able to see my password here. Next, we can integrate the API with the front end. So go to React application, go to app.jsx, create a new method for forget password. Then go to the design of sign in module. In sign in module, there is a label for forget password. So here we need to add on click event and call the method forget password. So if user click on this label, it will call the function forget password. The sign in module has two input fields. One is username and another one is password. So when we are opening the sign in module in the pop-up, we must clear these two input fields. So go to show sign in function, then clear those two input fields. The first input field ID is username. Username dot value equal to null. And second input field is password. Password dot value equal to null. So we can set values directly by using their ID, or we can create object for the front end element. Then by using that object, we can set value. Here directly I'm using ID of the input elements, username and password, and assigning value with empty string. Then go to forget password, set username style dot border equal to null. Then validate if username dot value equal to null. Then change the border style for username style dot border equal to 1px solid red border. Then move cursor on the input element username dot focus. Then return. If username field is empty, highlight it with red border and place cursor on it. Then we can integrate the API for sending an email. Then define the URL for forget password. Let URL equal to, we can copy paste the URL from Postman tool. So this is the URL for forget password. Copy, copy paste and concatenate value of username. Now the URL is ready. Then integrate the API by using call API function. The first parameter to the call API is what type of request it is. It is a GET request. Second parameter is the URL, which is defined in the previous step. Then third parameter is the input. There is no input in the request body, so make it as null. And fourth parameter is response handler. This dot forget password response. Then we need to create a function with this name. So next to this, create a function with the name forget password response. Then go to sign in module. Next to the sign in button, there is a div element with class name div1. We will use this div element to display the response. If you want to use this div element in the JavaScript, it needs an ID. So assign ID for this div element as response div. Then copy response div. Then copy this ID, go to forget password and process the response. Let data equal to response dot split based on the special character. Now the data has two index, data of 0 and data of 1. Data of 0 having the code and data of 1 having the message. Now we can check data of 0 equal to 200. Then display the response on the response div. Response div dot inner HTML equal to. Here we can use multi-line string formatter symbol. This is not a single quotes. It is a multi-line string formatter symbol. It is available near to the escape key. So by using a multi-line string formatter symbol, add a line break by using br tag. Then add a label to display the response message. And set style for the label. Since it is a successful response, we can set the font color green. And display the response message here. If you want to embed a value, use this format, dollar symbol, open brace and close brace. Here we can display the response message. Response message is available in the array data with index number 1. Else it is an error. Response.div.inner HTML equal to label with the error message and set font color as red. Then save. Bind the function forget password in constructor. Go to constructor. How we binded user registration. Like this, we need to bind forget password function inside the constructor. So after binding, we can start executing the React project. Enter into the project folder, then start its execution. Then go to the link, go to sign in module, enter the mail ID for password recovery. This is the email available in my database. So I'm providing that email kpn.research@gmail.com. Then click on forget password. It takes some time to send an email. Now we got the response password sent to registered email. So we created a password recovery functionality using Spring Boot and React.